Hey there friends, Dave Politis, Canadian Missing Project, copyrighted edition for our video channel. And this is a special case that's evolving as we speak. So I'm going to talk about it and get it back on the air as soon as I can so you guys can watch it. But in the meantime, somebody sent me something that was touching to me. One of the more touching things I ever got. Let me show it to you. You can read what it was written right over there. Right over here. You guys never stop amazing me. Ben, it's one of my favorite pictures of him. It was taken when we were hiking in Bluff Creek, California. You guys know Bluff Creek. Ben wanted to go, so we went. And it was a really fun day. We hiked right up the middle of the creek, got way past our knees, got dirty. It was good. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. So, today, I'm talking about two people that disappeared in Alaska. They disappeared August 10th, and the search is still kind of touch and go. It's a strange case. It involves two people, Jonas Barre, B-A-R-E, 50 years old, and another lady named Cynthia Hovespian, 37 years. Both are listed by the Alaska State Troopers as missing on the same day, August 10th. Now Jonas, he owned a couple businesses in the past, like tour companies, small food businesses. Supposedly lived in Tennessee, although most of his businesses were related to Las Vegas. Cynthia is listed as a traveling bartender, and that was her last job. And from what I could tell from Facebook, these two had kind of been off and on together for a while. Hard to understand the relationship from just the Facebook of what I read. So here's what happened. On August 6th, Jonas makes a Facebook post that he's landing in Anchorage on Alaska Airlines. And he posted some photos of some food he had that day. That was in Anchorage. Following day, he posts photos in Fairbanks eating more meals. It was good looking food. Then on the 8th, he posts his Facebook photo and a statement that he's in Denali National Park. And he said, yeah, left and leaving for base camp, whatever that meant. So on the 9th, he and Cynthia check into an Airbnb in Fairbanks. So here's Fairbanks, Alaska. And then they're going to head off the next day to Chena Hot Springs. C-H-E-N-E-N-A. Chena Hot Springs. That's where the story's going to unfold. So they were checking into the Airbnb for just 2 days. And they were driving a Jeep Compass that they rented for a couple days. Well, on the 10th, they were reported missing by the Airbnb because they hadn't picked up their luggage. It was all strewn out in the room. So, calls Fairbanks police. They take a missing person report. And they put a note on that license plate on that Jeep Compass that if it's stopped, if it's seen, it's associated with these disappearances. Well, Fairbanks gets a report that this Jeep is at Chena Hot Springs. And what they did is they called the Alaska State Troopers. Now, if you've ever watched the show, The Alaska State Troopers, pretty impressive. I don't know of another organization that does as many searches and is charged by the state police to doing all searches. Alaska. And I've met several of these guys and ladies. When I was doing a conference, there's about 2,000 people there from all over the world. And I did a talk there about missing people. And it was 2 Alaska State Troopers that got up in the back of the room and they said, Mr. Paulides, you're talking about what nobody else wants to talk about. We're faced with what you're faced with every day. And all these people out here don't understand that. Whew. Wow. The room went quiet. And later on, I talked to some other people and they said, no, exactly what he said. We have these type of disappearances all the time. We can't figure out what's going on. For what that's worth. So the case goes to Alaska State Troopers. They have the car in the parking lot at Chena Hot Springs. And from Chena, it's not real super steep mountains, anything like that. It's kind of rolling mountains for the first mile or two. And these people were not big hikers. And they didn't take a backpack with them in a tent like they were going to spend the night. By all impressions, it was just going to be a day hike. So here's the wanted poster put out by Alaska State Troopers. And there's Jonas and Cynthia. They're still wanted. They don't know where they are, and they're still looking for them. Now, an interesting note about Cynthia. One of the posters that Alaska State Troopers put out stated that she's visually impaired and sometimes uses a cane. I thought about that and I thought, well, that's a little hairy going on some trails with just a cane, unless somebody's holding your hand the whole time. So, I'm not sure about that. Made me really nervous. Something about this case doesn't seem right. First of all, there's no photos on Jonas's Facebook of Cynthia with him. I find that a little odd. If that's your traveling companion and you're taking photos of every meal, I just think it's odd that you don't have pictures of both of you, a selfie, something like that. I don't know. There's no photos posted of Cynthia on Facebook recently. The pair didn't seem to be ready for a multi-day hike. Alaska State Troopers put up their helicopter, which is probably about $3,000, $4,000 an hour. And they got Alaska search dogs, drones, ATVs, and ground pounders. That's a lot. And if they put the canines from multiple teams on the car, they should have been able to pick up a scent. Should have. And under these circumstances, you could probably enter that car and get items that would smell like the people that would help the dogs find the scent. That's what I'd do. So the state troopers searched for 5 days, and they essentially gave up. They didn't have any leads. They didn't know where to go, what to do. Something's not right about this story, though. I'm not saying this is a 411 story. I'm saying if you're living in Alaska, I'd be at Chena Hot Springs hiking. Just me. I'd have a big gun, and I'd have hairspray. I'd have bear spray, but I guarantee I'd be on that trail. And there's like multitude of trails that go out of that area. Dave would be on one of them because something ain't right here. I don't know what's not right, but something's not right because they're not back. So if you can, take this story, fluctuate it around the net, let everybody know that we're on it. And the last thing is the Alaska State Trooper did confirm that somebody saw these two on the trail August 10th, which is the last place they could be placed. Makes sense. So, be safe. Paulides out.